What's something people do that you've never been able to understand? I have a friend who has been with 45 guys. She's started going back to her exes because she doesn't want to hit 50. This girl has never gotten off in her life. I don't get why she's hooking up with these guys. It's not for any sort of emotional connection because she barely knew most of the guys. It's not for any sort of physical satisfaction. What is it? And while her situation is extreme, I have other friends who hook up with random guys and, more often than not, they don't get off either. What is the appeal of fucking randos if you're not getting off most of the time? I don't understand how people can just completely ignore reality and pretend that the world is perfectly fine. Often I hear that behavior be justified by saying, well, I'm just one person, what can I do about it? A lot actually. We just have to try. We could make our world a better place if we just work together to find mutually beneficial solutions. But no, most people are either too desensitized and complacent to make a change, or they truly believe that it can't get any better. I just don't know how anyone thinks this way. I've tried, can't do it. Not flushing. When I lived in a dorm my first year of college, we had shared bathrooms for the whole floor. Someone never flushed. Or at least we assumed it was the same person each time. We had floor meetings specifically for this where our RA had to remind everyone to make sure they flushed before leaving the stall. I think she even passed out a flyer and or hung it on the bathroom wall. They never did learn, and this went on the entire year. This was a women's dorm, in case you were wondering, not that that makes a difference. Not flushing after using a public toilet. I have no idea why anyone would do this besides just simply not giving a fuck about anyone else to exert energy for a second. Do they not care about being caught? I've tried to understand it with maybe they don't want to get their hands dirty. But I also know those people are absolutely not washing their hands. I know the shopping cart return has been used as a litmus test to see if someone is capable of caring about anyone else, but this seems to be on another level. It's subhuman. Cheating mainly. It seems to stem from their compulsive need for attention, and they get bored but would rather have both because they get the higher satisfaction from more and more attention. They don't understand the repercussions, and when children are in the mix too, it gets worse because they want the attention the kids get. Just my experience though. It's such a heartless fact that breaks families apart and impacts so many kids' mental health. Of course the victim in it too, but the kids also take a big hit. Metaphors. Discos. Strobe lights. Eye contact. Shake hands. Selfies. Kiss. Jokes about chickens. Tell me about their opinions when I didn't ask. Kill people. Light guns. Not pick up after their dog. Zoos. IKEA layout. Veganism. Not like cats. Like dogs. Have fish as pets. Like the movie Cars 2-3. Become geography teachers. Wear stupid clothes. Fashion. Makeup. Expensive watches, cars, phones. Fabergé eggs. Hug me. Shout when watching something on TV. Deny historical events that 100 did happen. Thank you. This isn't earth-shaking or anything, but I saw it yesterday again, so it was on my mind. I don't understand why some people will lean halfway out their car window when they drive. I'm not talking just their arm, it's their arm, shoulder and half their head. I understand trying to cool off, but it looks incredibly awkward and possibly dangerous. It seems to be mainly people that drive full-size trucks that I see do this, but the one yesterday was a Toyota Echo. My friend steals. She has a job, a large savings, yet she steals. She is not poor by any means. And it's always small stupid stuff like Polaroid film or some clothing. I always ask her, is it worth ruining your life to get something that's $60 for free? She steals from places like Target, where they most likely know she is stealing and probably going to catch her at some point. I'm done lecturing her about it. I really don't care anymore if she gets caught deliberately dragging people down in the workplace. I will never understand when co-workers feel the need to be destructive to others if they feel someone else is doing well, and could potentially outshine them. I just want to do a good job. I'm not here to compare myself to anyone else, and support other people's ambitions. I genuinely don't subscribe to the crab bucket mentality. Stay with a toxic person. Why? You bitch, cry, whine and complain about how they treat you, but you post on social media how much you love bae. Jesus, Mary and Joseph, you realize I hear your complaints about this awful person, and there you are, boasting about the flower bouquet they got you after they cheated on you. Didn't get a side of VD with those pretty flowers. Drugs and drinking to excess for the purpose of getting out of your own head. I can see having a drink or a puff to relax at the end of the day, but I don't understand the desire to get blitzed to the point where you don't remember anything. I suppose I should be thankful that I don't understand it. I'd rather deal with life's difficulties head on and get past them. Make heroes out of sports stars. Can throw a ball really well. That's nice. Is the world now a better place? No. Have they saved someone's life? No. Have they fought courageously for justice? No. Have they done anything except practice a game a lot and made bunches of money off of sedentary observers? Almost always no. But they're heroes. Wait, I actually posted this question a couple days ago on another thread. I do not understand why people get angry, vindictive, nasty, and mean whenever they're caught in a lie. It makes no sense. They should be angry with themselves, not who they lied to. While I did get good answers, I still don't really understand it though. I may not ever. The hating on self-checkout because it's the cashier's job. Yeah, the kiosks can be annoying sometimes with the robot voice and the scanning errors, so I get that. But I really don't get the people that feel like they're entitled to the same wage as the cashier makes because they did 7 minutes of work scanning their items. Leave their babies to cry it out. Babies cry and need their parents and have other needs. Being their parent means accommodating those needs. Not just leaving your child to cry until they fall asleep because what? You can't be bothered just cuddling your child till they sleep? I just do not understand it at all. There's nothing wrong with giving your friends shit as long as it doesn't cross boundaries and everyone is laughing. What I personally don't get is putting up with shit once it starts to get mean. Maybe I'm just soft, but a joke would involve all parties laughing. If the target isn't laughing, it's not funny. Gender reveal parties. They just get more ridiculous. People have literally died because of gender reveal stunts. And in this day of trans rights, who's to say the baby will grow up to be happy with the assigned at birth gender? Why celebrate your baby's genitals with friends and family? It's also strange. People who force their beliefs on others. You have a right to have your own opinion no matter how counter to facts and science it is, but you have no right to impose your Christo-fascist views on others through laws just because your politicians use gerrymandering to stay in power. How do people seriously not know how to follow the rules of the road? There are rules. It's not like a big guessing game where we don't know what TF to do. They literally give us an instruction book and 2 tests before we start driving and people still don't get it. The hatred people have towards people with different political views. I've lost 3 friends because of political views, and the 3 friends decided to walk away from me. How could you hate a friend that much where you just threw the friendship away like garbage? Right, hear me out. Eat food with different textures. Like bread and butter? Fine. But add something hot, i.e. a sausage so the butter melts. No, my brain can't handle it and I have to bin it. Banana? Nope, that texture is both mushy and firm and it's wrong. People who don't take shopping carts back to the stalls. Ooh, and reason my car has so many scratches on it. You leave the cart out, Wen has a new toy to play with and whammy, into my car. There's a special place for you in hell and I will die on this hill. Not putting things back where they were found in stores or other shopping places. Like, I can understand not remembering the exact spot where you found it, but there shouldn't be a good reason to find something like a DVD in a bookshelf. Minding other people's business. Worrying about whether somebody else's grass is too tall, or if they're dressed appropriately for church work, whatever. Like, who cares? Tend to your own business, that's not enough for you to deal with. I've never understood the habit of leaving shopping carts randomly in parking lots instead of returning them to designated areas. It takes so little effort. Yet some choose not to do it, creating chaos in parking lots. Waste money. Like DoorDash numerous times a day because they are too lazy to go make something or pick it up or hire a chef. Or throws money at a situation because they are too important to deal with it. Oh yeah, complain about XYZ being terrible in their life, bad relationship, shitty job, toxic family members, friends, etc. Then do nothing to fix it just to keep complaining about the same stuff for years and years. How you can just go up a random person and start a conversation. I have severe social anxiety, so I just don't understand how easy it is for some people to know what to say and not be stressed the whole time. Weed. And then you can hear them crying the blues that they're depressed. You go to Google and one of the big side effects of weed is depression and suicidal thoughts. People who do weed are fucking stupid. Willful ignorance. Like, I guess I understand why people practice it, but I don't really understand how they practice it, or how or why they would deny practicing it when it's pointed out that they do. I used to understand being afraid to get older, but once I turned 30 that disappeared. I've known a few people who died young as well, and some of them didn't make it to 25. It's a privilege to get old. Continuously voting against their own interests in favor of feeling accepted in an echo chamber cult. Also the need to have a scapegoat for anything rather than accepting any form of responsibility. Sending people nudes of themselves. You know damn well that your relationship isn't going to last forever. What do you think is going to happen to your nudes once the hard feelings start to surface? Giving themselves a raise and laying people off in the same quarter? Doesn't that feel awful? Plus it's bad optics. Do you not believe in revenge or karma or hell? It's illegal in some countries. Tolerate toxicity on first dates. The amount of horror first date stories I've heard where my friends are like, and then I just sat there, listening, waiting for the date to end, being passive aggressive. I don't understand it at all and absolutely loathe being on the receiving end. Just tell me to go FCK myself. Spare me the fake smile and thinly veiled insult. In America, there's this widespread sentiment of if you didn't vote in the election, you don't have a right to complain about whoever becomes president. I have never understood this. Claim to be in love and or in getting married after knowing someone for less than 3-5 years after breaking up with and or getting divorced from someone for the same amount of time. Acting like it's you yourself who decide what's your gender. Or maybe I should word this in a different way, using the concept of gender apart from biological sex in the first place. Change their phones every other year. While those first phones are in totally working condition with no issues, just because this one just released recently with new specs. I have never understood why so many people have unprotected sex when they are not trying to get pregnant. It boggles my mind that in this day and age this continues to happen. Lead others on. Someone could make you feel special to them, tell you all the things and really make you fall for them, just end up with the "it's not you, it's me" speech.